One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today. Good evening. So, I had a 5 o'clock appointment this evening and the person canceled. And so it gave me just enough time for me to come on live and talk with you this evening about something that I assume most people understand. And maybe you don't. Maybe that's why we need to have this conversation. You ready? So for those of us out in the world where we have attempted to be in relationships, we've attempted to be married, and those relationships or those marriages ended. Maybe those relationships ended for very good and very legitimate reasons. Okay? Because one of the things you all need to understand is, and this is a societal thing that really irks me, but it is some sort of belief that when relationships end, it is a failure. When relationships end, it is this horrible, bad, awful thing. When the truth of the matter is, this is the truth, all relationships end, right? All relationships one day will end. And so we don't need to beat ourselves up, and we don't need to think that, we're horrible people and there's something wrong with us and don't nobody want us, or we don't have the skills or tools to, make it work. And okay, that's true for some relationships, right? That's true for some people. Some people don't have good relationship skills. Some people don't have what it takes to maintain a healthy relationship. But there is such a thing that relationships end, right? That we are doing our best. We're trying our hardest. We're in therapy. We're in couples counseling. We're doing, all the things we know how to do. And we're listening to all the relationship podcasts and reading all the books. And, we're doing all the things. And sometimes relationships end. Okay. And that's what I call it. I don't call the end of marriages failures, or somehow one or both people in the marriage are somehow defective. But marriages do end. And if I'm being really honest, some marriages need to end. Some marriages need to end. And I know that's not God's design. I know that's not what God wants. But some people out here, if their relationship did not end, like the whole family would blow up. So sometimes we make hard choices like that so that everybody, it's like a bomb going off in a house. So if there's a bomb in the middle of my house and all the people who live in it, like if I just let that bomb go off and everybody in the house is going to blow up, if I have the opportunity to save some of us, to get some of us out of that house, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay, so what are we talking about? 90% of relationship success is in selection. That to me is one of the most common sense things. And yet for some people, they have not grasped that concept, right? They are not doing what's necessary to make a good choice. Make a good choice. And so the reason why I'm telling you this is because we have this new movement of men and women. It's not even just men now. We have an entire generation of men. We have an entire generation of women who are saying no to marriage. Nope, I don't want to get married. The men seem to think that, the marriage is a bad deal and that financially it puts them at too much risk. Some of y'all ain't got nothing. Some of y'all ain't got nothing. Right? Some of y'all ain't got nothing to take, but okay. So they're worried about losing everything they got. And the women see it as some form of slavery, some form of oppression, and, I can't do what I want to do and go where I want to go. And, I'm under some sort of oppressive thing, because I'm married, I belong. And look, God forbid if you say you belong to somebody. We can't even say that no more. That's not even cool to say. That I belong to somebody. That was what it was back in my day. Yeah, you see that man over there? That's mine. And he would be like, you see that woman over there? That's mine. That belonged to me. That was considered the highest thing. That's the highest thing you could say about another person. And now somehow we done turned that into slavery. We done turned that into, oppression. For a good man to say, that's my woman. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still waiting on that. I'm still waiting on a really good man to say, you see that woman over there? You see that woman? That's mine. I'm still waiting for that. But anyway, so you got a whole lot of men don't want to get married. Got a whole lot of women don't want to get married. You got a whole lot of people that don't want to have any children. And they somehow think that these systems are broken, right? Marriage is broken and being a parent is such a drag. And oh my gosh, there's all these things I can't do with my life because I have children. It's insane. It is absolute insanity. And then look, people see me traveling the world and going where I want to go and look, I go with my kids. I go with my kids. So I'm just trying to understand this thought process that your whole life ends because you're married and have children. It don't make no sense. Like I just got back from London with my son. So make that make sense. Like the last I checked, as I keep trying to tell y'all, I've spent 24 years being a mother. That is the best use of 24 years of my life. And this idea of you are somehow oppressed because you have children, that's insanity to me. But that's where we are. And look, society is coming very close to the fall. You know how you know? I told a client this just today. You know how you know we're getting to the end? We're getting to the end. We're about to wrap all this up real soon. There was once a concession. There was once a societal agreement that children were the most fragile. Children were the most vulnerable people in our society, right? That we all, as a society, men, women, we all adults, we agreed that children are the most vulnerable people of our society. And we also agreed that we would all do whatever we needed to do to protect them. That was once, there's a gnat in here, y'all, and it's been in here for days. It's driving me crazy. We once agreed that that was true. Now, do I need to get political? Because I'm trying to stay away from the politics, okay? I really am. I've had my hand slapped about that. Now, we got certain groups of people going after children. Now, we got certain groups of people that want to kill them before they even get here. Now, we got certain groups of people that, oh, I'm not trying to do that. What a drag. What a nightmare. What I look like being oppressed. What I look like getting up early. What I look like doing this or that for somebody else. I mean, you got people over here in these certain areas, whatever, right over here, that, they're running these underage human trafficking rings. And then you got people over here, like they trying to legalize pedophilia. They trying to add it to the flag, to the whatever the flag. Y'all, I can't make this up. That this is where our world is. That we don't agree about 6 and 7-year-old children that believe that they were born in the wrong gender. They were born in the wrong sex. And they should have the right to change sexes or change genders. A child. We, as adult people, don't agree that we should not be messing up or messing with a child's body, that we should not be messing up or messing with a child's hormones. We don't agree on that. We no longer agree on basic human dignity. You got a group of people over here that say 5, 6 years old, 7 years old. You got a group of people over here that say, oh, if the parents don't agree with it as a child, the child can go to school and they can be called another name, or they can be, change the pronoun. No, if the parents, no, the parents are not in charge, then the government should be in charge. Like, that's how bad it is that we as a unified society no longer protect children. We no longer see children, underage children, as a group that should be protected. We no longer agree. You understand that, right? There's a percentage over here and a percentage over here, and then some people over here, and then these people over here. Like, we no longer agree on that. As they say, leave the babies out of it, right? That used to be the consensus. 50 years ago, 70 years ago, that was understood, right? So if I had an enemy in someone, right, they could come for me, I could come for them. But what was the agreement? What was the agreement even amongst hitmen, right? Even hitmen had more morals. They were like, nah, don't mess with people's family. Don't mess with people's kids. Like, that was even an agreement amongst hitmen, amongst the mafia and all of that. No. Don't go after people's kids. Like, don't go after people's wives and don't go after people's kids. Okay. We got to handle business. We're going to handle it amongst the men, or the men are going to, shoot it out, duke it out, or whatever. But they wasn't out here killing people's kids. They wasn't out here doing that. Even they had morals. Even they had a code. We ain't got no code, y'all. Everybody is fair game right now. And that's how you know it's just a matter of time. Society will fall. The United States believes it's somehow a superpower or something. It's going down. It's going down because we cannot even agree on something that simple. Leave the babies out of it. Okay? So back to the topic, because y'all know I'm tangential. Y'all know I go here and here and here and here. I'm trying not to be political. But anyway. But here's the thing that you need to understand. And this is what critically thinking people know. I must choose well. I must take my time. I must do my homework. I must stay up all night. Look, this is how I do. I stay up all night. Okay, let me show my work. Let me show my work on here, okay? That's what you need to do. And a lot of y'all not doing that. You letting your sex organs, your sex parts pick a partner. You letting your feelings pick a partner. You letting your family or your, maybe it's based on the frat or the sorority you in. You letting all these other things, your friends, you letting social media pick your partner. You letting money pick your partner. You letting all these things choose your partner. Choose your husband or your wife. Choose your man or your woman. Right? When you need to sit down with the Lord. You need to let the Lord download inside of you. And he already has. The Lord has already downloaded inside of you. He already gave you a blueprint on how to choose a good mate. Right? Let me look it up. He done gave you the blueprint already. Okay. All right. He done gave you the blueprint. Let me see if it's Ephesians 5. So he done told you what to look for. He done told you what to look for in a husband. That's Ephesians. He done told you what to look for in a wife. That's Proverbs. Right? We look up Proverbs. Okay? So the men, they got their Proverbs 31. The women, you got your Ephesians 5. Okay? So deep, lifelong commitment. This the ladies. This is what you're looking for in a husband. Deep, lifelong commitment. Willingness to make sacrifices. Love until death. Humility. Okay? They compare a husband's love to Christ's love for the church. Christ suffered, prayed, and died for the church. In this same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. Right? The Bible has given you the blueprint. But no, you don't want that. You don't want that. You want the big dump truck. You want the big fat wallet, right? It's the money, Anita. It's the money. And if he ain't got money, if he ain't got this and this and this, right? No, the Bible didn't say that. and again, the Bible has instructed a man on how to live and how to manage his money and how to take care of his family, right? It didn't tell you a numerical amount, but the Bible does instruct a man on how to provide for his family. And so, ladies, you are looking for a man who is doing that. That's it. 1 Timothy. It has instructed men on how to provide for their families. But no, y'all skip. You don't want that. You want 250, 300,000, 500,000, like these ludicrous amounts. That's what y'all want. A man. That's the blueprint for a man in your twisted social media brain. Money that most of y'all will never even see. Okay, and you are putting that higher than the man's character. You're putting that higher than the man's integrity. You're putting that higher than the man's ability to be kind. So, I hate to break it to y'all. But you suck at choosing. And that's what nobody wants to own. You don't want to own the fact that it's not marriage that's the problem. It's not the dating pool. It's not any of that. It's just who you're choosing. Who you're choosing to procreate with and have children with. Let's not be surprised when we pick a man. It's going to be some real tough love for the ladies. You ready? Do not be surprised when you choose a man who ain't got no job, who is unemployed, underemployed, who lacks ambition, who lacks drive. Okay? Who is feminine, who's raised by mom, don't have a man in sight. Right? When you choose a man who is untrustworthy, is cheating, is lying, is inconsistent, like what's the surprise? What's the surprise when you choose him, you get pregnant by him and oops, he's not a good father. He's not consistent. He's not seeing his children. He's not paying child support. What's the surprise there? No one wants to own the fact that they suck at choosing. You suck at choosing who you date. You suck at choosing who you sleep with. You suck at choosing who you chose to have a child by. You suck. It's the reason why I wrote the book, Choose Well. Do you know why? Because I sucked. I sucked at choosing. I chose a man. It wasn't about marriage. It wasn't about patriarchy. It wasn't about oppression. It wasn't about any of it. It was about the fact that I chose a sucky man. I chose a man who had poor character. I chose a man who had zero integrity. I chose a man who cheated, who lied, who was addicted to things, Yeah, I got the results I got because of who I chose. I own that. And more of us need to do that. That's a level of accountability that I want to see women start having. I suck at choosing. Oh, shucks. I chose a really sucky husband. I chose a horrible man to get pregnant by and have a baby with. And I probably did that 3 or 4 times. So it wasn't just one time. I chose another man after him. He sucked. And then another guy after him. Oh, he sucked. That's what we're not willing to do. And guess what? Until we do that, we really can't move forward. We really can't grow and learn and heal and all the good things that are going to help us to choose better next time. Okay, that's it. That's it. But yeah, a lot of us, we suck at choosing. And I just want women to own that. I want them to move forward from that. I did. Guess what? I chose wrong. That one time, that one marriage I had, I was like, whoo, I got to sit down. Like, I got to sit down and look. I got to take some notes. Got to do some long division. Okay, I'm going to put this over here. Okay. I did that for 5 years. 5 long, lonely years. 5 long, abstinent years. Okay. And I was like, I got to figure this out. Because guess what I didn't do? I didn't run back out in the street and choose another one. Have more kids. Oops. I suck at this. He not good either. Throw him back. Now I'm back out in the street again. Choose another one. Oops, I'm pregnant again. Hope it work out this time. It don't. Because I suck at choosing. I don't choose well. But 90% of the success of the relationship, see, this is the part y'all don't want to hear. It's based on you have got to make a good choice. And you've got to choose someone that has not the potential. We got to make this clear. Now, to some degree, we all have potential, right? We all have potential. In God's eyes, we all could be holy. We all could be righteous. We all could be good. We all could be millionaires. That's in God's eyes. God put that seed in all of us. He put goodness, righteousness, holiness, and the prosperity and abundance. He put it in all of us, right? So in God's eyes, we all have potential. But I'm talking about what is the fruit of this person right now in front of me, in front of my eyes? What is the fruit of this person? And can this tree yield more fruit? Like, I'm not coming up to a barren tree in hopes of it's going to yield fruit. No, I'm coming up to a tree. I'm like, oh, it's a few apples on there. Okay, look at the top. Okay. And if I take care of it, if I tend to it, more apples will come. That's what I do now. What I did in the past was I come up to a little tree. That tree ain't got no fruit on it. I don't know what the fruit is going to be. I just see a tree and the tree is just, it's new, it's starting out. I don't know what kind of fruit is on this tree or what this tree is going to yield. But okay, I'm going to throw all my time and energy and effort and love and this and that. And I'm going to do this and I'm going to hope this tree bear fruit. And a lot of times, y'all, it don't. Yeah, spiritually yoked, number 1 priority. But I don't do that no more. I pass by them trees that don't have no fruit on it. I pass by them trees that I don't know what kind of fruit this tree is going to bear. I insist that I have to walk up on you. I don't care if it got 5 apples on the tree. It got to have something on the tree. 5 apples. And I'm like, okay, it got 5 apples. Now, if I feed it, if I water it, if I fertilize it, maybe I could get more apples. Because at least I know there's fruit and I know what kind of fruit. Okay? That's what I'm encouraging y'all to do. But the truth is, ladies, we suck at choosing. We do. We suck at choosing. We got to get better. Okay? And that's why I wrote the book. Because that's why I'm editing it right now. I'm adding 5 new chapters because there's more to learn. There is more to learn. There is more to learn, but we suck at choosing. And you know what? This the biggest thing we do. Can I be honest? And this is in our nature, ladies. It's in our nature to nurture. It's in our nature to just want to see something grow, right? That's in our nature. We want to see something grow. And here's the thing that was put in us. So God put in our very DNA this idea of potential, right? God put that in a woman deep in her DNA. But here's the thing, we misuse that. God's intention for the whole potential. Oh, this has potential. You know what God meant that for? Your children. He meant for you to use that for your children, not for a grown man. He never meant it for that. You're not supposed to look for potential in a grown man. He meant for you to birth a child into the world and to see its potential. It has the potential to be or do or have anything. But when you are assessing a man, you are not to look at that man as your child. You are to see what that man is doing right now. You are to see those 5 or 6 or 8 apples on that tree. That tree ain't got no fruit. Nope. I will not put all my love and my care and my good energy and time and all. I won't be, I won't be doing that. Because number one, I don't know what kind of fruit this tree bears. And number two, I got to see some fruit. I don't care if it's 5 apples and the tree can make hundreds of apples. At least I know on its own, this tree got some fruit. Like this tree got some apples on it, right? That's a tree I'm willing to invest in. My time, my energy, my effort, my love, my care and all of that. But see, too many women, y'all walking up, you seeing this little scraggly broke down tree. It don't have no fruit on it. And you don't even know what kind of fruit you're going to get. You don't know if it's going to be oranges. You don't know if it's going to be apples. You don't know if it's going to be pears. You don't know what it's going to be. And here you go doing you. I'm going to bring it water and I'm going to fertilize it and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. No, God put that desire in you for your children. That's what has potential. And that's what needs to be nurtured. He said that a woman was a man's helpmeet. That's very different. Okay? I am a man's helpmeet. So he's already started something. He's already decided to do something with himself and his life. He already has a dream or a goal in mind. Yeah, I want to do this. Here's my business plan. Here's what I have in mind. That looks amazing. I love it. Well, can I come alongside you? Can I be helpful? Can I be useful? That's what a woman does. But there's already fruit there, right? There's already a plan. There's already something. He's self-motivated. He's already working on something. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? That's what God designed you to do, ladies. Okay? So you're not supposed to help him with his resume. You're not supposed to, well, what do you think about going into IT? And no, that's not your business. That's called none of my business. Okay? None of my business. He, just like my then husband said, yeah, I'm in medical school. So I'm in medical school now. I got 2 more years of that. Then after that, I got to do residency. That's 3 more years. Then after that, I want to do this fellowship. I want to go into forensic psychology. Then after that, I want to do this. I'm going to work for this place. And then I'm going to start this. See, that's something I can get on board with, right? And I'm the caboose. Like, right? I'm just going to call it what it is. My husband's the engine. Y'all not going to like this analogy. My husband's the engine. Anita is the caboose. Like, I hook up to that engine and wherever it's going, that's what I do. So yeah, babe, you got a plan. I like you, as y'all love to say, you like it, I love it. Y'all love saying that. And I'll come right alongside you. Whatever you doing, how can I be useful? How can I, that's what a lot of women ain't willing to do. Y'all want to stand at the finish line. You want to wait for the winner to cross the finish line. But here's the thing, ladies. There's a whole lot of women standing at the finish line. You got a whole lot of competition at the finish line. That's why I tell y'all, you better look for that dark horse. You better go in that barn. You better look around and be like, this right here look like a winner. I'm going to put my money on this right here. You got to pick from in the barn. This right here looks like a winner. Okay? That's how I see it. That's my secret, but I be sharing it with y'all. Y'all still don't listen. Y'all don't listen. Y'all want to stand at the finish line with 1,000 other women, hoping he pick you. But guess what? You go in that barn. You go there every day. You be there for training. You brush the horse and you do the horseshoes and you take. See, that's what you got to do, right? You get it ready to race. You get it so that it's ready to win. And there you go. You got you a winner. Okay? But Ephesians 5, right? Let's go over to the gentleman, okay? It tell you exactly what you supposed to be looking for, okay? It really do. It really do. Okay? Let's go to the gentleman. He said, always bet on black. Yeah, behold the dark horse. There you go. Okay? What the men looking for? Okay. Proverbs 31. An excellent wife. Who can find? She's far more precious than jewels. Oh, but according to y'all, a woman ain't worth ish. And look, King Lemuel, he said this is what his mother taught him. This is what I love about this. Mama taught him, son, come here, come closer, son. I'm about to kick you to some game. You ready? Who you choose as a wife, that's the most important thing you ever gonna do in your life. Okay, aside from serving the Lord. Right? And your purpose. Okay, right under that is who you choose as a wife. You ready? And look, she giving King Lemuel this little talk because look, she already know, or you gonna choose somebody. You gonna be with some woman. Because she know the nature of men. Men love to talk this mess about, I don't mess with women. We've given up. We ain't dealing with them. It's too much. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. And yes, you over here squeezing it. How many times do I have to tell y'all, you're not going to leave women alone? Why you keep pushing back on that? Men are going to keep seeking out women. They going to keep seeking out women. They going to keep seeking out women-made products like pornography and OnlyFans. Like, I really want to see, can I be honest? I really want to see a man leave women clean alone. I want you to leave women alone. I want you to leave everything created by women alone. I want everything that got women in it. I want you to leave it alone. But here's the reality. You can't. You can't. You came from the vagina, and from the vagina you will return. Every time, right? God took the rib, he made the woman, and you will forever go back to that, right? Okay, so here we go. Listen, my son. Listen, son of my womb. Now, I made you and me. See? So she done told him, you came out of me, okay? And you will return to a woman. Right? Listen, my son, the answer to my prayers. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. Then she talking about bad women, right? She talking about Jezebel spirits. She talking about women. And y'all know, come on, fellas. Y'all know the women I'm talking about. Okay? All right. It's not for kings, Lemuel. It's not for kings to drink wine, not for rulers to crave beer, lest they drink and forget what has been decreed. This and that, y'all. And deprive all the oppressed of their rights. Let beer be for those who are perishing, wine for those who are in anguish. Let them drink and forget their poverty and remember their misery no more. Okay, speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly, and defend the rights of the poor and the needy. Okay? A wife of noble character. A wife of noble character who can find. She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. He trusts his wife, and he requires a wife that's trustworthy, right? Okay, let's continue. She brings him good, not harm. You hear that, fellas? A good woman will bring you good, not harm. So if you with somebody and they bringing harm, okay, they're not for you, okay? All the days of her life, she selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. Okay, she is like the merchant ships bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family. She know how to cook. She know how to cook. Okay? She take care of the family. All right? And portions for her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She's smart. She's a businesswoman. She's an astute businesswoman. All right. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. She sees that her trading is profitable. Good business. See, good business now. And her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand, she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. So more work, right? This woman is not lazy. Okay. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. She is kind. She is kind. She is empathetic. She is compassionate. Okay. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen. Okay. And purple. Purple is the color of royalty. Okay. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. Okay. So she's not doing anything to bring disrespect or she's not bringing any disparage on her husband, right? She is a woman that is respectable. Okay. She makes linen garments and sells them and supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. Okay. Not the G-string, not the pasties, not the low cut top now. She's clothed with strength and dignity. Women who have dignity and self-respect, they dress a certain way, right? Okay. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom. Okay. And faithful instruction is on her tongue. Think about this. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. I told y'all earlier, she's not lazy, right? She don't sit around on her phone. She don't sit around on social media. She's not lazy. Okay. Her children arise and call her blessed. Oh, she got some kids. She got some kids. Her husband. She got a husband. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. See? So, gentlemen, you have been given instruction too on how to choose a wife. Now, whether you want to, listen to that, it didn't say nothing about no big fat A. Didn't say nothing about no big old, chest. Didn't say nothing about no twerking. Didn't say nothing about nowhere in that did it talk about she out here on the pole twerking around with her backside to the camera on the social media. She not doing none of that. It's not hard. And some of y'all suck. If I could be honest, some of y'all suck at choosing a woman, choosing a wife. Some of y'all choose women that disrespect you. Some of y'all choose women that embarrass you. Some of y'all choose women that, are lazy. So, again, you've been given, and this, what was this? This was given to you by King Lemuel's mother. She has given you the instruction on how to choose a good woman. And y'all are still out here confused. Well, hey, it ain't no good women left. It ain't no good women in the West. I got to go to another country. Y'all, I don't know what y'all be on. I just don't. I don't know what y'all be talking about. He said forms aren't important, meaning the female form. But again, women, you've been given Ephesians. Men, you've been given Proverbs. It's not hard. All you have to do And then look, I talk about the 3-point inspection system. Y'all don't use it. Y'all don't use it. Gentlemen, you should have a female friend, a female family member in your life. You should have a male friend. You should have an older person, a male or a female, someone who's older and wiser, or you should have a professional coach, a professional therapist. You should have 3 people that woman should go through. You should not be committing. You should not be marrying until 3 people give you the okay. But no, you don't want to ask nobody else. You want to, your decision making is shaky, but you want to make the decision for yourself. You want to dive in head first and then bring that person around, and everybody's supposed to accept it, and they can see what it is. And now they got to lie. They got to pretend that it's all good when it's not. Same for the women. Y'all don't want to go through the 3-point inspection system I talk about. You just want to make the choice on your own. And then, you want to bring this person around now that you done declared, we in love, we getting married. And then everybody got to lie and act like they don't see what they see. And we all see it. Girl, I don't know. I don't know why she shows him. Why is she doing this? But that's the truth. Y'all want to blame marriage. You want to blame having kids. You want to blame the government. It's like, this is what I've been telling Black people forever, right? I've been telling Black people this forever. What do they tell me? The justice system is racist. The justice system is biased. It's unfair to Black people. Guess what I told Black people is the cure, and they got mad. They got mad as heck at me. They still mad to this day. They still mad because I said this. You ready? What did I tell them was the cure? What's the cure to that? What's the cure? Somebody on here, you know what the cure is to the fact that the justice system is racist? The justice system is unfair to people of color? What is the cure to that? Guess what I told them? Well, stay out of it. Stay out of it, right? I wouldn't know that the justice system is unfair because my behind ain't in it. I never been arrested. I never went to jail. I never had to get the little court-appointed attorney. I do my best to stay out of it. I live right. I'm upstanding. I try to, other than a few, tickets, I try to, do the right thing. So I wouldn't know how unfair the justice system is. I wouldn't know that me being caught with an ounce of marijuana would get me 20 years. I wouldn't know that because I kept my behind out of the justice system. See? And this is what I'm going to tell you about family law. That technically, if you do a really good job at choosing, if you do a really, really good job at choosing a great person, number one, you can avoid that altogether. You could never, ever, ever end up in family court. But y'all don't even think that's possible. Can I be honest? Today, y'all are so afraid. You're so afraid of divorce. You're so afraid of family law. That's why y'all going through it. Because you live in fear of something and then that thing comes knocking at your door. But the truth is, there's a percentage of people out here that never been in family law. They never been in front of a family law judge. They never had to, take half their income and split their kids up. There's a percentage of people that will never experience that. But I'm wrong, right? I'm wrong all day for saying that, but that's the truth. Why can't you be one of those people? Now, here's the rub. It's going to require something of you. It's going to require that you See, that's the truth is y'all don't want to do that. Y'all don't want to do that. You don't want to do long division. You don't want to show your work. You don't want to actually learn how to choose a good mate. You don't want to do that. You just want to sit around and complain about family law and complain about women and complain about men and ain't no good men, ain't no good women. All these people are trash. Like, you rather do that instead of getting your clipboard, getting your paper and getting your pen and getting to work. That's what you don't want to do. But the truth is, that's the antidote. Choose well. One thing I will say about me, and some people feel a way about this. You may feel a way about this. And be honest with me. Tell me if you feel a way about this. I've been divorced for 21 years. The one thing that I said to myself, I said, look, y'all, if I can't choose the absolute best man, if I can't make the absolute best choice in a man to be my next husband, I won't choose at all. And a lot of people feel a way about that. Right? So in my head, those are the only two options I got. I have got to choose the absolute best man to marry. There is no more room for mistakes. I don't have any more room for mistakes. So in my mind, that's the next best thing. And people feel a way about that. They do. They feel like I should have chose somebody. I should have remarried. I should have took a chance on him and him and him. I got people in my family that think that. You should have married him. You should have married him. Baby, if at any point I decided that was not the best choice, I wasn't going to choose at all. And that's exactly what I did. So guess what? I ain't got no more babies. I ain't got no more divorces. Right? To me, that was the next best thing. Like, why keep choosing? You got people out here on their third and fourth marriage. My ex-husband's on his fourth wife. Right? He's on his fourth wife. And I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do that. Could I have been? Sure. There are men out here to marry. There are men out here who want to marry me. But I don't want to do that. I want to make a really good choice, okay? Or I don't want to choose at all. Like, that's kind of where I'm at, right? My life is not horrible. My life is actually pretty awesome. But, I don't want to be married for the fourth time. I don't want to have 3 and 4 divorces, 5 divorces under my belt. I don't think that's fun. I don't think that's productive. That's just me. That's just me. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong? I mean, maybe actually, I don't know. But there's people in my family. It's like, you should have married so-and-so and you should have. No. Once I realized this is not the best choice. Like, I was like, this not going to go well. This is a nice gentleman. Cause I told you, I don't date no riffraff. I don't date no violent, aggressive men or no crazy men. That's not my issue. But if you're not the best choice, I just say, I just not going to choose. Like, I just not going to choose. Okay. Marriages is always a lifelong goal, even when it fails. I agree. You are on point. Choose wisely. Thank you. Yeah. That is my intention. That if I'm going to pick someone, that's it. Right. But right now we have something called paradox of choice. And this has been around forever, but I'm going to speak on it. Paradox of choice says that a lot of us, we feel like we have too many choices. We have too many choices right now. So 2 things are happening. Number 1, there is a percentage of us that we won't choose at all. We just won't choose at all. We'll just make up our mind that, whatever. I'm just going to be out here forever doing whatever, doing whoever. And I just won't make a choice, right? I just can't make up my mind. So I just won't make a choice. But also we have number 2. We have a percentage of people that are making a choice, but they're not satisfied with their choice. Like, they're making a choice, they're choosing a person, but they're spending a lot of time like second guessing themselves. Should I have chosen this person? Am I really happy? Is this the best I can do? And that's not good. That's not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling to spend, years with a person. And then every time you turn around, you're second guessing the choice that you made. So unfortunately, we are living in that right now. People feel like they have too many choices, and this whole dating apps and social media and everybody in the whole world is an option. They're not. Everyone is not an option. Everyone in the whole wide world, everyone in your phone, everyone on the dating app, they're not your option. And we have to stop believing that that's true. All right. Charlie Banks says marriage is a risk. There is no perfect person and no perfect choice. Agreed. Just check if your risk is less and work with it. Agreed. Right? Can I be real with y'all? You know what I want? I simply want to meet a man, connect with him, and I want to have a connection and a communication and a conflict resolution and a compatibility that is so strong and a love of Christ, right? All the C's. I want all the C's to be so strong that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to rock it out with you. I'm just going to rock it out with you. Like all these things are lining up in such a way that I'm just going to go to hell and back with you. That's all I'm looking for, right? I know what I'm getting, I know what I'm not getting. Right. And it's just worth it to me. I'm just going to rock this out. I'm going to rock this out. I don't care what else come up behind you. I don't care who else want to be with me after that. I choose you. I'm going to rock it out with you. OK, it ain't going to be high. It's going to be highs and lows. It ain't going to be rainbows all the time. But I've just made up my mind. I'm going to rock it out with you. Right. And if that person can do the same with me, we good. We good. That's it. So they want to do that with me. I want to do it with them. I know it ain't going to be perfect. I know this person's going to get on my last nerve. Every man I've ever dated does, right? I just need to know we're committed. We're going to communicate. We're going to resolve conflict. We're compatible. We have connection. We have chemistry. And number one, we have Christ, right? We have all of that. And you getting on my nerves and I'm going to be home later. You working my nerves. You're irritating me, and I'll see you at dinner. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for, right? Okay, I'm coming home to get my sugar, and you on my last nerve. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, I want to be able to tell my man, unabashedly, you on my nerves. you annoying me, right? What you want for dinner? That's what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for him to do me the same way. Okay? We know what it is. It's not perfect. It don't look great all the time. And yet, this is what I'm doing. That's it. That's what I want. Okay? So, you can't even get that. You can't even get that. Because as soon as something go left, y'all ready to leave it. So, that's it. All right, y'all. I got to jump on Zoom because I have 2 consults in a row. I'm trying to find my Zoom. And so I just want to reiterate what I think y'all should know. I think it's common knowledge that you have to choose well. Y'all are not putting enough effort into who you're choosing. You're not. Women are putting too much effort in their physical appearance. I have a problem with that. You spending more money and time on your hair than you are on really determining if that's a good man. You spending more money on your lashes. You spending more money on your nails and on your BBL. What you need to be doing. Okay. And men, you spending too much money and too much time on, getting tail and on OnlyFans and porn and all this other foolishness. And you want to learn how to, do these takeovers of companies and make zillions of dollars in one day and all that. You spending too much time on that and not enough time on vetting the woman that you're going to bring into your life. Make that make sense. And then look, this was hilarious to me about men. So y'all will spend all this time, energy, and effort on making all this money. You don't spend any time, energy, and effort on vetting the woman, and then you're afraid that she's going to take your money. What sense does that make? Why don't you spend just as much time on making sure you choose a righteous woman? That way it don't matter how much money you make. You chose well. You chose well. But anyway, I digress. All right, last one is ladies need to reduce their expectations and men need to come clean and stop lying to good ladies. Marriage and relationship is all about the work. Couples need to put all the work, I assume put all the work in. Yep, that's it. That's it. All right, I'm jumping off. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. This was a very no-nonsense conversation. I like to think everybody knows this, but apparently they don't. You all want to blame everything and everybody for why your relationships don't work, when the truth is 90% of relationship success is based on choice. It's based on selection. Put your time, energy, and effort on that, and you will get different results. We cannot change the people who are attracted to us or come up to us or want to date us or want to talk to us. We cannot do anything about those people. What we can do is decide who we're going to deal with and who we're not. What we can do is vet those people and decide, oops, no, you're not good enough. You're not worthy. That's what we can do. Okay? That's all we got. That's all we got. All right? Have a great rest of your night. Coaching is still 25% off. Click my pillar link down below or in the link in my bio. And the month is winding down. I'm going to put another post up before the end of the month. And I want to say the end of the month is Saturday. Oh, dang, y'all. It's coming up fast. Y'all better get y'all coaching in. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, stay open to love.